So my name is Warren Hicks. I'm in 11th grade. I'm a junior at Livingston High School. I started attending Hudson Way Immersion School at 3 years old, and I graduated at 5th grade. And I was on the Chinese track, and I'm continuing Chinese now. I also currently study Spanish in Livingston High School. I'm going to be attending or taking Spanish 5 next year in my senior year. Since leaving Hudson Way, I've had multiple opportunities to actually practice my language. For example, a few summers ago, I traveled to Taiwan and I studied abroad. And I had to stay with my relatives in Taiwan. I had to use Chinese to communicate because they couldn't speak English. Also, I had to travel to school and back every day. I had to order food by myself, and I had to use the local transportation. So that allowed me to practice and further just elevate my Chinese language. So in the future, I plan to study business in college, but I also plan to continue to advance my language abilities, like Chinese and Spanish. So in the future, I could conduct business in foreign countries like China and Spain and even Latin America, where there's expanding economies, and I'll use my language skills from Hudson Way.
Hi, my name is Ethan Hicks. I've attended Hudson Way Immersion School from preschool up until grade 5. I now attend Livingston High School. I'm a junior, grade 11 in Livingston, New Jersey. So after leaving HWIS, I've been studying Chinese for a couple years. And by studying Chinese and learning that language, I've been able to pick up Spanish as well. And that's what I'm learning in school right now. I really enjoy learning Spanish, and I'm going to be taking the AP Spanish class next year in high school. So I plan to pursue music as my career. Being at HWIS has allowed me to be in a creative environment and always be trying out new things. So I think it translates over to the music pretty well. Being at HWIS and learning Chinese there has helped me develop an understanding of the cultural background of Chinese people going to China and Taiwan and learning the culture over there. It's also improved my critical thinking abilities and learning to problem solve, and it's also most importantly helped my creativity in music and all creative activities. It's really helped me think outside the box.
Yeah, my name is Bill Hicks. I have two sons that went through the program from preschool to through fifth grade. And the reason I wanted them in the program was because I've done business internationally and I studied a foreign language in high school and in middle school. And actually, I started my foreign language study, which was in Spanish, by living in Ecuador for 2 years when I was in sixth and seventh grade. And I realized that that type of foreign language instruction, once a week through middle school and high school does not really gain you much level of fluency. So well, I had a couple indications that the program was working for my sons. I don't speak Chinese, so I couldn't really assess how well they were doing. And of course, I would get feedback from the teachers. But we ended up taking them to China when they were 5.5 years old. And they were speaking to the shopkeepers, the people on the street. And the reaction from the Chinese was amazing. It was like they were rock stars, like they'd never seen anything like it. Here are these two twin, American-looking boys speaking what I assume was pretty good Chinese, the way they were reacting. So that was one big indication. Another is that my wife speaks Chinese, not as well as our teachers. And at some point, the boys' Chinese was surpassing her Chinese, so I knew there was some progress being made there, and they would correct her on her Chinese. And then lastly, for a while, we had a live-in nanny, and who spoke some English. I could communicate with her, and based on comments she made, I knew that the boys were getting proficient in Chinese.